The flower revealed that the process took place in 3 stages. The first stage of our planning was pre-fertilization event.
Hi guys, I am your educating officer Niranjan Hegde. So, we have got the clues from the flower that the flower has 4 important whorls. And what are those 4 important whorls? Calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Here the 2 important reproductory whorls are androecium and gynoecium. So first of all, we are going to study the male reproductive organ, that is androecium. So the androecium is also known as stamens in the plants. So it is also known as stamens in the flowers. Okay. So stamens are having anther. So stamens looks like this. Okay, stamens looks like this, and it bears a bilobed anther, and a slender stalk, which is known as filament. So anther, this much part is called as anther, and this is a slender stalk which is known as filament. So why it is called as bilobed? Because it has 2 compartments. So you can see here one compartment, the first compartment and the second compartment. So you can see here it has been connected with each other. So by what? The name itself suggests connect, the connective tissue, right? So anther is a stamen completely made up of anther and a filament. So togetherly they are known as stamen. Okay, stamen. Okay. Now this particular anther is having a longitudinally column-like structure known as microsporangia. Okay, they are having 2 lobes. So inside them there are a column-like longitudinal structure which is running. They are known as microsporangia. So when we take the TS of this particular, we are going to take the section, transverse section. We are going to look the structure like this. So bilobed, you can see, right? Bilobed. So this is a TS of young anther. TS of young anther, which is having each lobe will be what? Running with a 2 longitudinal section or longitudinal column like structure called microsporangia, right? So that's why, so each lobe, the first lobe this is the first lobe, right? And this is the second lobe. So each is having 2 column-like structures known as microsporangia. So total number of microsporangia is 1, 2 and 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 microsporangias we are having. So as this is the structure of TS of young anther, so these microsporangia is consisting, so inside there are small cells you are looking at. They are known as sporogenous tissues. They are known as what? Sporogenous tissues. So these sporogenous tissues are covered by 4 wall layers. So first I am going to rub this. So these particular sporogenous tissues, these are the sporogenous tissues, okay, so which are covered by the 4 wall layers. There are 4 wall layers are there, and what are those 4 wall layers? Let's see. So 4 wall layers are there, 4 wall layers. So what are those 4 wall layers? Okay, let's see. So it is first one, the first wall layer soon after the sporogenous tissue, that is tapetum. So I am coming from the inside. Okay, so this first layer which is soon after this, it is known as tapetum. What is that? Tapetum. This layer is tapetum. What are the functions of tapetum? Tapetum nurtures the sporogenous cells. Means it gives the nutrition to the sporogenous cell. Okay, nurtures the sporogenous cell through the nutrition, by providing the nutrition. How the nutrition is provided? These particular tapetal cells are having more number of cytoplasm. Why it has more number of cytoplasm? Because very particularly, so these tapetal layers is having, so it has been more, as cytoplasm is more, there is the karyokinesis is not continued with the cytokinesis. Means, so division of nucleus has taken place, but there is no cytoplasmic division has took. So that's why there is lot of cytoplasm is present in the tapetum cells, tapetal cells. These tapetal cells are nurturing the sporogenous tissues. Okay. Then soon after this tapetal layer, there is a particular 3 to 4 layered structures. 3 to 4 layered structures are there, and cells are there. Those are known as what? They are known as middle layers. Middle layers. So these provide the nutritious, this helps in the transportation, mainly transportation of nutrition from the plant to the tapetal layer. Okay, and it also gives the protection, like shock absorbing, vibration absorbing, those kind of things is going to happen. Then soon after that, there is a particular thick layered wall is there, which is known as endothecium. Endothecium. This layer, this endothecial layer, so it is continuous, and it is made up of thick fibers. Okay, it is made up of thick fibers, which gives the strengthening, which gives the strength to the tapetal, which gives the strength to the anther, and at last it is bound by the epidermis. So here the first layer is epidermis. Okay, first layer is epidermis, then comes the endothecium, the second layer endothecium, and the third layer the middle layer, and the fourth tapetum. Inside that the sporogenous tissues will be there. So what happens with this sporogenous tissue? Okay, the sporogenous tissue divide mitotically. Okay, it divide mitotically, or this mitotically division takes place, or else it directly functions as Raghuram, catch that bastard.